Hi, everybody. Welcome. It did not go live. Did it go live? It says it did not go live somewhere. Hold on. Let me try. Why is it not? Okay. We are live everywhere now. That was so weird. It was saying we weren't live on X. Now we are. Elon, get your stuff together. So it is an amazing January 17th. Apparently there are green skies in New York. The sheriff vehicles are locked, loaded, and ready to go all over the U.S., ready for big old deporting days. Big Daddy's ready to take the house, the big house. Wait, which big house? I heard all of his Fannie indictments were rolled back. We've got so much news to go over. But most of all, it is Friday. So first of all, RED Friday, remember everyone deployed. So grab something red. I'm going to grab my best bud in the whole world, Clint Westwood, and we'll be right back right after this to chat it up on a happy hour. Freedom Friday. Join us in the live chat right after this. Happy Friday, Westwood.
Happy Friday. I gotta clear my voice now. Hang on. There we are.
You have done that. Okay, so the rats are running from the ship.
Rats are jumping.
The rats are jumping. Yelling.
The IRS guy today. I'm out.
Not just
the head of the IRS. I saw that today.
Some of the head attorneys there. Somebody in their accounting office, or was that the SEC that had multiple people? I don't know. Yeah, the IRS guy, the SEC, the FDIC people are jumping ship.
This is like Canada. Everybody's like, I'm out. I'm not dealing with this. These numbers are horrible. I'm out.
Everyone's
destroying things, and we're leaving.
Everyone's going home.
Yeah.
Did you see?
We're back to Long Island. We're going to the Hamptons. Dirty rats. Drown them.
Serious. It's so funny. But you don't get.
Oh, that's just chefs, for former presidents that get drowned.
Oh, that's true. They don't get to go home.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
The accountability. I got really frustrated last night. I got a little angry.
A little bit. It's all right.
Sorry.
No, don't be.
But that is the thing. That's the part that I think everybody's waiting for. I think that's what everybody that is what Trump does have to do. That's going to be the put up or shut up.
Yeah.
If he does not bring enforcement.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there needs to be a reckoning. You can't just do this stuff and say, oh, well, I was just doing my job and, it's just part of government and, we did what we could. And it's like, no, it's like Zuckerberg. Well, yeah, I kind of did censor you. Government told me to, and I didn't stand up for you guys. I didn't stand up for free speech, but now I'm good. It's like, I'm good now. Now, wait a minute. When you were needed, you didn't come to the table. You didn't fight for us. Now I got a problem with that.
Well, and you can't have your cake and eat it too. You don't get to say, so Mr. Zuckerberg, when you were in here last time, you admitted that, yes, you bent a knee to the government and censored these people. And so you cannot now say that you can hide behind Section 230. Now, all of these people who you censored and you damaged their businesses and you impeded their freedom of speech, they should be able to hold you accountable for violating their freedom of speech.
I agree, because you wreck people's lives. I mean, you destroy, their energy. I mean, you like taking their voice, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, their image, their all of that.
Yeah, and so
you cannot have it both ways.
No.
I love cake too. I try not to eat all.
He doesn't even look like the same dude, though. I mean, now he's got an afro. I mean, he's got the curly head. And then remember when he was testifying in Congress, how he looked like a robot, some kind of like Data. Was it Dana or Data off of Star Trek? And
he had those creepy weird eyes.
Yeah, and I'm just like, he doesn't even look the same.
Yeah,
it's so bizarre.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's from the fake contacts that the actors wear on Central Casting, which you taught me about. Yeah.
Looks like he's right out of Central Casting. Looks like a general. Look at him.
But that's the thing.
Like a general.
In marketing, I learned that people do not even hear things until I believe it's like 7 times.
Yeah, you said that before, to where it's like they got to be hit
7 times in a comfortable surrounding before they even recognize it, before they even heard it the first time. So Trump, and that's people are always like, why does he keep repeating the same thing over and over and over? Because no one hears it.
Right. As a teacher, trust me, I know that. I'll say it 5, 6 different ways, the same thing, because people get it differently. But you constantly are repeating yourself. Like when I make a video once in a while on my channel, not very often, I like say a lot of the same stuff, but I say it a little bit differently in different contexts. But it's like there's a theme there. It's like
sound money for the digital age.
There you go. There it is, and everybody knows that. They're like, hey, Westwood says that. Sound money for the digital age.
That's right. I learned that lesson.
Yes, Litecoin.
But do you know how many times Trump has said, hey, this guy straight from Central Casting?
A lot.
It goes right over people's heads.
I know. I first recognized it when I was at your house like 2 years ago, I think, for the MIA, charity event. I think it was 2 years ago. And it was, I was watching a speech. We're watching Trump, give a speech, at a rally. And I'm like, he said that a few times now. And at that moment, I'm like, he's saying Central Casting, and then I looked it up and I'm like, okay, this has got 2 meanings, but I mean, he's talking about it. And then he continued to talk about it. And you've caught it. I mean, you caught it. And you're like, oh man, yeah, he's saying it all the time.
I caught it because you said it. And now I catch it every time.
Right.
And you watch, and he's being honest, and he's showing who they're using. That's Central Casting.
Play. It's a show. I mean, it is definitely it's something going on.
And that was one thing when I watched the Golden Globes, or were those the Oscars? I don't know. What's the thing?
What difference at this point does
no, it doesn't. But as like the little Hispanic girl, not the young one, but the little sassy one that I like her. Anyway, she came up, and several of the actors, I don't know, they came up.
Rosie Perez?
No, not her with the funny voice.
Zendaya?
No. Anyway, she came up, but several of them came up, and they asked him like, what was different this year about movies or blah, blah, blah. And they almost all of them talked about the prosthetics and how difficult it was taking off the prosthetics every night and getting off all the glue in the prosthetics. And I was like they're literally saying this, that they're all wearing masks.
Yeah, you're all fake.
Well, and that they've been the actors. So anyway, it was just like, come on,
man.
Is that a joke? A joke? It's so bad.
That's a joke. Farewell. I thank you for the last 4 years. America. I rewatched the speech because I only caught parts of it, and Joe Biden. Yeah, and it was just, the guy can't even read the teleprompter. I mean, it's just like, it is so bad. I mean, come on.
It is.
This guy is not running the show.
But you know how bad I hate being fooled. You know how bad I hate magic.
I know.
I if you guys don't know this about me, one of my biggest peeves, first, I hate a liar.
Yeah.
I hate to be tricked. I don't think it's funny. I hate like magic. I will not watch a magic show, a magic trick, whatever, because I believe you are, when they take a ball and they with a dog and they're like,
yep,
watch it.
I know.
And they throw and then they hide it and everyone laughs at the dog. Well, when you go, you pay money and buy tickets.
You're the dog.
You sit in the front row or wherever you sit in the theater and you watch a magic show. You're the dumb dog.
There you have it.
And they're all laughing at you. And right now, in America, and maybe the whole world, but I know at least in America, we are the dumb dog. We're all watching a show and it's all fake and we are the dumb dog. And I know it.
Right. And it's hard to watch.
Pisses off.
I know.
So I'm always trying to figure it out. I think a lot of us are. And that's why I do this. That's why I try to find the codes. I try to find information. I try to share with you guys. I try to listen to I think we have an amazing live chat and community. There's a link in the Telegram group. We have some really smart people that share information there. And we talk about stuff there. I welcome anyone to join there as well. We do meetups a couple times a year and we're always welcoming community members there. But we're tired of the lies and the BS and we want to opt out. We're done with the magic show. We want to be free and we want the truth. And so that's kind of where we are. I'm trying to be happy, but I'm a little frustrated.
I know. I get there. I'm just like, don't give me that red button. Do not give me that button to push because I'm going to load up.
Yeah, I might take a red folder, but anyway, there's been some crazy stuff. All this Dr. Greer stuff. So I was working with a friend of mine on another project, kind of behind the scenes, that introduced me to Dr. Greer, and apparently Uncle Cliff has been working with Jay Widener in. Have you ever seen the channel Gaia?
Yeah. I think wasn't it started by Coast to Coast AM and George Norrie? I'm thinking it was. Yeah, I'm thinking it was.
You may have that information. I do not know. There's this whole channel Gaia, and you have to subscribe to it.
GAIA. It's like Earth. Isn't that what Gaia? Doesn't that mean Earth? Mother Earth. I think the original word. I don't know. I could be wrong.
But they have huge libraries of really. I mean, I think I'm gonna I would rather have that than Netflix and Prime and whatever. It has a lot of really interesting documentaries and whatever. It's a lot of I would say science, but I don't like the way the word science has turned out.
Been bastardized.
Yeah. But a lot of informational documentaries and things like that, historical, but not fake history. I don't know. All these words mean something different to me now. But they were working on a lot of documenting free energy things and things with Dr. Greer was working on, and other people that he was working with as well, and the 0 point technology and the plasma stuff and the or the gravitic whatever that the Tesla person, military guy that Trump Tower thing was involved in, was mentioning. Anyway, so they were documenting some of that. So there's kind of this thread in my life where I was learning about that stuff for a couple months and documenting it, and then IAM comes in and starts telling me and doing videos these last couple weeks. Well, first he started talking about JFK and whatever, and of course, public years ago, our dear friend TPA had taken me down that rabbit hole about different possibilities with, JFK, and if, you know, alternative narratives about JFK and if he was still alive and what happened in that situation. Yeah. If there were squids and whatever things involved with that. And then IM had some new information which came out of high resolution images out of the Getty. And now these fires are happening around the Getty.
Yes.
And today I found some more information.
Go down that rabbit hole. Go down that tunnel.
About the 4 mafia families that basically run California: the Pelosi's, the Newsoms, the Gettys, and I don't know why there's balloons popping up all over me, and the Gettys that run California.
John Paul Getty? Mm-hmm. Probably not that one. I think that's where the money came from.
Yeah. And apparently, like, there was during the fires, there was like all this strange activity around the Getty Museum, and I don't know. But I think people should look.
I think they just sold. I was watching because I watch the financial shows just to kind of get a beat on what's going on. But I think this week, Getty Images, because you see that everywhere. They get, I mean, any of the great images are like, I guess they're like the clearinghouse. They scoop them all up. Getty Images, I think they actually were bought out here this last week by some other corporation. I think I saw that. Somebody needs to fact check me on that. I could be completely wrong, but I think it
is that a Titanic moment.
That's interesting, you know, that I don't know.
It makes me wonder if that's like a Titanic moment. I don't know. Because none of this is a coincidence, you know?
There are no coincidences. Yes, thank you. Nice sized drink there, Westwood. AJ Greer. Wait, AJ Greer or Greer.
Well,
I would say Greer if it's German. Yeah, second letters. I got that from the lovely Litecoin Lisa. I bought that off her website. You know, it's a Jimmy Buffett glass. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Very intuitively, you purchased that the week of his death?
Yeah, I think it was the day he died. It was when I bought it, when I got the winning bid. I think it was a Friday.
Strangely.
Yeah.
So maybe I intuitively set that bid.
I don't know. You set me up.
I didn't
know. It was meant to be here. That's what I know.
That's all I know. Yeah. Weirdly, yeah. I don't know.
Meant to be here. Meant to be here. It's found a good home.
Yeah.
Because if you look at every clock in this bar, it says 5 o'clock. Every clock in this bar. It's like Vegas, you know, where they have no clocks. At the Westwood bar, we have clocks, and they all say 5 o'clock. So, you know, all the time. And when this watch battery dies, I'm going to set it on 5 o'clock and not replace the battery. I already thought about it because I thought it was dead the other day. I'm like, oh, shoot. I'll just set it at 5 o'clock and leave it. I'm good.
That'll be good.
I don't care. I'm on my own timeline, man.
Speaking of which, okay, I want to play a little fun game. Okay, how do I want to do this first?
Lisa.
No. Oh gosh, I want to have a little Back to the Future fun with you guys. There has been
21 gigawatts.
So much time travel stuff lately. Okay. Just going to play a couple little, I'm just going to share a little.
Throw it out there.
Into my weirdness with you guys. So this shows up today. Q is Back to the Future and everything's started changing on 9/11. I don't know if you guys know, in the movie Back to the Future, the Twin Pines Mall, the sign reads 1:16 p.m. If you turn it upside down, that is 9/11. 1:16 p.m. There's also at the hotel in that movie, it's like there's a bird. The motel is like a blue bird or something. If you, and there's many, many other things in that movie that are super wild. Also earlier this week, there was happy birthday, Big Mike, by the way. Go grab yourself. Let's see. Let me
go shake what the biolab gave you.
Yeah, or wherever you got it.
Whatever it was. I don't know. The underground lab. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, staying on the trend of. Oh yeah, I want to share that too. Oh, there's so much good stuff to share today, you guys. Staying on just fun, keeping it happy and light. Back to the future. Really should put some glasses on. I don't know where I have any. Oh, here's some. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, I have so much stuff to share with you guys today. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh gosh. Yes. So earlier this week, like all the old crew from Back to the Future like got together and they were like, just hold on, everything's going to be so much better in the future. And they like send this message to everybody. And I'm like, what is that about? Like, that is so weird. Why are they telling people that? You know, that's just really weird.
Doc says, all right, Mr. Smarty Pants, who's president in 2025? Donald Trump, the builder? No. Anyway, that was a Ronald Reagan thing.
Did he say all that?
No, he said that, it was like, well, who's president in 1985? And then he says, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan, the actor? Ah!
Oh, funny. Okay.
Because at the time, 55, Ronald Reagan is an actor.
Okay.
It was just funny.
I think this was the one that I was seeing. This is where they just did a little thing and they were all sitting together in this picture and they all did this the timing, whatever. Oh, it's just a flat picture. So I can't show you that.
Look at Biff. He doesn't look too bad.
This is Biff.
He kind of looks like Parker Blair.
Whatever. Poor little Michael J. Fox. And then there's the professor. So then
I'll tell you, Mom's looking good. Looks like she went back to the future or something, or back to the past. I don't know.
Yeah. Long Shadow LGBJ. Okay, then let me show you this.
Yes.
Let me show you this. Let me find it. So then I'm watching. I'll show you this little video. Is it on my thing? Why are my photos not?
Well, it's the whole Getty merge. Somebody, the Coffee and Stock says Getty merged with what, Shutterfly? Yeah, it's the whole Getty Images. They're all messed up. Your images are messed up. Everything's messed up now. It's permeated through the internet already. I'm just talking smack. I'm in the bar.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just talking smack. I'm out.
Because my photos are messed up because I don't know why. This is a problem. Let me see. So I downloaded this, I screenshotted and video recorded this. I may have to I don't know if I can do it though. Dang it, I had this already because
I feel like I'm on a 24-hour bender right now, just to be honest with you. These Thursday spaces are killing me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ugh. Well, you gotta, hey, I was here first. Just got to tell you.
I know, and that's it. That's why I'm just like, no, it's my own damn fault. I blew out a flip-flop. It's my own fault. I blow my flip-flops out, and it's like, I got to be there Friday.
Game on.
I know. I'm like the longest-running guest, on the lovely Litecoin Lisa's channel. It's like, they got a bunch of musical chairs all the other days, and once in a while Johnny pops up. He doesn't look like Johnny. He's got a beard and all this. I'm like, who's this guy? What's going on? I don't understand.
Well, Johnny's in love, so he's got, a new look.
He got a new look.
Give the man a break.
I know.
Happy Johnny.
Happy Johnny. I love Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny's a good soul.
Yeah, he goes, I don't know what's going on. He goes, I'm happy, Johnny.
Good. Like, oh, I want him to be happy. I'm not angry, Johnny, anymore. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Happy Johnny. Johnny needs to be happy.
Johnny needs to be happy.
Like the Seinfeld episode. You know, Johnny wants to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He's so great. Okay, well, this is pissing me off. Now Lisa's mad. Angry Lisa.
Well, as you know, it's 'tis better to be pissed off than anyway.
Synced with iCloud just now. Oh, good. Okay, maybe we've caught up. No, I don't see it. 904. Oh, yes. Is this it? No. Damn it. It has not caught up. It's telling you lies. Anyway, all right. I'm moving on because it's just taking too long. I'm going to move on. But this was exciting. I'll squirrel on you guys and to show you something else instead. So, and if it shows up, we'll maybe show it at the end or something. And I'll show you my little goofy Q Facebook video. If I can, I'll show it to you on my phone. But because it was really cool and there's so many comms in it. And I don't know. I have a couple like two weird things today.
Yes, JB, that's one of my favorite. I love that song. You can live beside the ocean. Watch it. Yeah. That's interesting. Those lyrics. Now that you look at it right now, and that's what 30 years ago. Gosh, 30 years ago it was 95. No, the one you just had up there, JB put up there, the Everclear lyrics. Live beside the ocean, watch the world burn. Fire. I can even whatever. Put it back up there because I don't know the lyrics. I only get the gist.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You just had it up. It's JB Rants. He was talking about Everclear. It's a big one. Let me go back.
Hold on.
All right, it says Santa Monica by the band Everclear, released in 1995. The chorus: we can live beside the ocean, leave the fire behind, swim out past the breakers, and watch the world die. Huh. I would be interested. Somebody look that up. When was that album released? And I'm going to be like, have chills. It was like the same day that the fires happened in 1995.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make connections here. If that happens, then I'm out. I'm just like, I'm going underground, man. I'm out.
Okay. I don't know.
Back to the Future, Back to the Past, Future-proof past, all that stuff.
Well, now I want to show you guys that video even more.
Go to your Blockbuster shelf and pull off the video cassette tape.
That movie is in this video from Facebook, and it is Blockbuster. There's white rabbits. It's Daddy's private room. It's a secret door.
I saw it. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I sent you the video.
I know. I watched it. You cut the door, and the little doorknob comes off. Here, you go in this door. No, you got to go over here to the secret door. Secret door, and then go to the Blockbuster video.
There's white rabbits on the wallpaper. Follow the white rabbit. I was like, how many comms are in this freaking Facebook?
I know. And it actually had a copy of Shazam with Sinbad.
Oh, Shazam. Also, Robin Williams, what is that? Where he dressed like a woman?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Robin Williams. Also, Captain Hook, Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. I think he was drunk most of that. When it came out that he was drunk mostly making that whole thing. He was kind of crazy.
It's an excellent
Captain Hook.
movie. I mean, I don't know.
Dustin Hoffman, he was in Wag the Dog. That's kind of what we're seeing right now, right? Wag the Dog. I mean, where they create artificial wars on video. It's like the first AI kind of thing.
Myself.
Cheers, my brother, warrior. Man, the chat. I can't keep up with all of you. That's awesome.
I really need
Okay, so December 5th, 1995 says Jim Montgomery. All right. That's it. Okay, so that's at the end of the year. I just would have had a mind blow, you know, if it was like January, whatever, when the fire started, you know, if that's when the album was released, I'd be like, what the frick, are you kidding me? But, you know, it was worth a shot. Hey, it was 30 years ago. When did the fire start? January, I don't even know what the date was. You know, I don't even know what date is it now. 17th? Yeah, 17th. So it probably started, what, last week? I don't even know. I don't even know the weeks and the days and the. But my last video I made last week, you know, Paulie corrected me. He says it's the 9th, sir, and I said it's January 8th. You know, Thursday. I'm like, well,
I know. I said keep him accountable, hold him accountable.
That's it. Hey, man, truth bomb me. You know, I'm just after the truth. You know, and sometimes I just spill out timeline shifts. I don't even know where I'm at. Across the streams.
I've got
don't cross the lines in the digibug. You know, stay between the ditches. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I got one joke.
What is it?
And then I think I messed up. Somebody was like, who started the fires? And I was like, not Billy Joel.
Billy Joel sang about it. He didn't start it.
Yeah. Marky laughed.
Hey, the dogs. Hey, whoa, hey, whoa.
Everybody calm. Okay. Play it. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm struggling. I'm struggle busting over here with my media. Oh, okay. I'm downloading. Maybe it will save now. Oh, I want to move on to this other thing about the inauguration, but I want to stay on topic because I know it's like really hard when you like switch around on topics. So let's try again. Oh, I have it for you. Okay. But now we've talked about it. We've over talked it. So now it's going to be like, okay, Lisa, yeah, we already talked about that. Now it's just not going to be as fabulous, but I'm still going to show you. Let's see. Oh, God. Now what? Oh, let me stop screen. Present. Window. Okay. Hopefully it will also have the sound. Let's see. Oh. Are you able to hear that?
Yes. All right.
White dragon.
Yeah. Secret room is done, and to show you the
secret room, see the white rabbits on the wallpaper.
Now the room is behind here, right over here. Yeah, go ahead and pull that door up right there. What happened here? Movies make the impossible real. Watch. Ready?
What?
Something from Daddy's childhood.
That's what we used to play movies on.
Sinbad.
No bank account?
No bank account?
What? Where'd that come from? What's that subliminal insert?
No bank account? Oh.
That
was weird.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think they have a channel because I think I saw something else by them to where that's what they do. That's their shtick, to where they like redo their house for the kids and like make it into make different rooms into weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's in a studio somewhere. I know. It's Central Casting.
That's straight from Central Casting.
Did you get that from TikTok? Hope you enjoyed it, because
I don't watch. I'm not on TikTok. I don't
I'm
watch
not either.
TikTok. I fight against Chinese infiltration.
Well, the Supreme Court upheld the ban. So what is it? The 19th, Sunday, it's supposed to, like, they can't update. They can't do anything else.
Supposedly, but so my friends over at WBRT and Aaron Day and Greg Lang from
I like
Reddit.
Aaron Day. I can hang out with him. It's like, oh, let's step over.
Oh, you and Aaron.
Let's
yeah.
look into the darkness. Let's look into the abyss together.
You guys can hate Trump and believe he's New World Order together and make ugly Trump memes together.
I love it.
Yes, you would make great friends.
Oh yeah.
So he is he actually ran for president in 2020 on the premise of anti-CBDC. He's a great guy. Aaron Day's really brilliant and really smart guy, pro crypto.
Yeah, I mean, pro privacy, pro freedom, use crypto. Yeah, exactly. It's like government's not your friend.
Yes, really brilliant guy. I have a lot of respect for him, and he will occasionally come on WBRT and whatever. I got to know him that way. But he did a show on Thursday evening last night. If you haven't seen it, please go to his channel and watch that regarding the SEC. So another great bit of information, the SEC, as they're crumbling under fear of Big Daddy coming back to town, along with everyone else, all the other rats jumping ship, they have paused regulation or enforcement, litigation through regulation through litigation enforcement.
Didn't we? What was with the? Didn't we have the whole what's it called? I want to say Enron, Chevron, decision. Why do they think they have power at this point?
Well, because no one's taken action based upon that yet. So until some of those filings happen and there is an outcome with consequences, I'm
a free man, damn it, leave me alone.
Until the consequences happen and there is, repercussions, and I think that's coming, but it hasn't happened yet. So, but that's to be continued.
But the pieces are in place.
The pieces are in place. I believe the rope has been hung, but the necks are not in place. So we'll see what's to come. But the Chevron doctrine is what you're speaking of, I believe. Anyway, so the SEC has paused the majority of their actions against crypto currency.
All right, pause that real quick. I got to say this. So you think Tik Tok time's up, and then you got the rabbit holding the stopwatch. TikTok. Does time run out on Sunday? Is that the end of?
I don't know. Something? I mean, they asked.
I don't know. There's always symbolism and stuff.
They asked Pam Bondi if she was. Did they ask her if she knew? They were busy asking her about Kash Patel all week instead of asking her about herself. But she said, no, I do know about that, but I don't know about that movement being involved with what you're saying.
Right. How you're.
I thought that was.
Kash Patel should come out and say, what are you, racist? You don't like Indians? I mean, what's your problem? I mean, all this is racist. I mean, you guys are coming at me because.
He didn't do that. He's not.
You know what I mean? You could do that, though, because that's how they play it. It's like, oh, this is racist. I mean, you're asking me all these questions. It's.
But I love that he's not doing that. He's not.
I know. I agree. But I mean, that's what they, All right. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Where were we? Okay. SEC has paused the majority of their actions against cryptocurrency projects and businesses at this point. And there are very few that they are either like continuing or still, keeping active cases or whatever. And so Aaron interviewed Joe Roats of Dragonchain, who he is the guy who typically hosts the WBRT or World Blockchain Roundtable, which I'm really flattered and grateful to be asked to be part of on Thursday mornings. It's one of my favorite things to do and be a part of. And
I should go watch that. There's so much good information and so many smart people in that room to where I'm just like, Lisa, I'm just going to tell you right now, do not ever ask me to be on the World Blockchain Roundtable, even as a guest, because I am out of my league on that.
No, you
No. I'm just saying, I do not want to be on it because I will feel like a subpar human being because I can't hang with these people. I enjoy watching.
Really intimidating. The first,
they're very smart people. I mean, they really are. I mean, in their own fields. I mean, it is just like, whew, all right, I'll just sit back and listen here because I got nothing to say.
The first couple times I was on it, I was super intimidated. But they are very genuine.
Right. And that's what I love about it. They're legit human beings that care about, and they're very passionate about what they believe in, and very quirky. But that's fine.
I want to hear other people's thoughts, opinions, questions. Like they're really amazing people of humans.
They really are. I mean, it's a very highly undervalued show. I mean, you all need to watch that from 10 to 12 Central Time every Thursday.
Yeah.
It's a gem, a hidden gem. Just
Dragonchain on the easiest way to watch it is to go to Dragonchain on. Why won't it let me search for this on YouTube? I'm just literally spelling Dragonchain on YouTube. Dragonchain on YouTube. Anyway, go to Dragonchain on.
If I were president, those people would be in my cabinet, except maybe Sean. I don't know. He might be an advisor. We'll see. I don't know.
All of them are great guys. And if you go to Dragonchain on YouTube, or I typically restream it from my channel. So Thursday mornings, you can see it there. And then there's usually a link to go watch it on Dragonchain, or you can go to den.social. And so it is, as far as I know, it is the only DAO, DAO, which is a blockchain run.
Decentralized autonomous organization. Isn't that what it is?
Yes.
DAO.
So that means that the community votes on chain. So your votes determine like what we're going to talk about. And you can have a voice of like what the questions are, and you upvote and downvote like what the questions are, what we're going to talk about. Like you can make us wear silly hats or talk about this or talk about that. And I don't know, it's really cool. And it's actually a way that we could govern. There you go. That we could govern or use as governance in a community, whether that's a city, a state, whatever. And so, I mean, it's something they're using it as a way to like introduce DAOs to like the public. But if people would just kind of start to learn about it, we don't need rulers, or
we don't need no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need no thought control. Yeah. We don't need no middleman. We have technology now that we can push a button and speak for ourselves. We don't need the pony boy riding in to carry our vote somewhere and be our voice. We have the technology now to speak for ourselves. And so that's kind of like where we are right now. The technology has advanced that we don't need the middleman. And that's where the manipulation has come in. And Trump has said that over and over again. And that's where we have become slaves of the middleman. And that's where all the manipulation has been. Bix has been screaming about it for freaking years. And that's where like humanity's been hijacked through middlemen. And,
free markets are the road to freedom. And I mean, and you think about it, it's like, it's not just free markets. It's like everything free, transparent, competitive. I mean, what's the name? What's the word? I mean, you self-value what you're worth, what you put in. I mean, that's what needs to be respected.
Right.
Meritocracy, that kind of thing.
Meritocracy. Well, and think about, you do that in relationships as well. Yeah. You teach people how to treat you.
Right.
So we kind of all have that as well.
You do the dishes. No, you do the dishes. You're home all day.
Well, and if it doesn't,
what'd you do today?
Yeah. It doesn't bother me.
Walk the dogs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fed them. Fed the cat.
Yeah. We all contribute, then let's be a community together, That's what I told you as we were talking before. Like, that's what I love so much about crypto is we all put in, then we're all more together. Then the community grows together. Then
yes, if we all buy XRP, then we all win.
Oh,
we all win together, right?
Stop it. Just
well, you know, maybe not.
Mostly, yeah.
Maybe
Mostly
Ripple wins a little bit.
A little more than everybody else. But anyway, we don't have to talk about that part. Oh gosh, there's so many good things to talk about. So all the resignations, blah blah blah. That's not very exciting. Oh, Roseanne Barr's got a new song, but when you if you click the link from Roseanne Barr's link, iTunes will lock you out.
Gateways everywhere.
So they do not want you. They're terrified that it will become the number one song. I believe, this is my opinion. So you might try to download it some other way. I'm just telling you.
Where's Napster when you need it?
Oh, I remember Napster. All the free markets they're trying to shut down.
Napster.
There's reports of the sheriff's trucks. Wait, what was this? People getting money. CBS settling $10 billion lawsuit for the fake accusations. So they have to give President Trump $10 million for accusing him of election interference. So, and then all the Fannie stuff got, all those.
I love all the videos that came out on Fannie.
That sounded bad. They really like picked, all of this stuff has been such boy locker room humor. Remember when in the canal, like the boat?
Yes. And the airplanes, the patterns, like, and
all of this stuff has been just boy locker room humor.
A lot of it, yeah.
That's where also the movie.
That's the only way. That's the only way they pay attention, though. It's like Trump has to go to football games in the UFC so people pay attention.
Oh my god,
that's where we're at.
Yeah, and then I get caught saying Fanny. You know.
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa, don't talk like that.
Oh.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I saw a video today where there's this girl working out in the gym, and this guy comes up behind her while she's working out. Yeah, and then she just bam, 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 and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, woo, love it. Just knock him out.
As she should.
Yeah. Exactly. F you.
Yeah.
Touch me.
Put your hands on a woman. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah.
I love a badass woman. If I were president, I'd have a cabinet full of women.
Yep.
All right, seriously. Shit we get done. Ain't no slacking then.
Transporting large amounts of U.S. Border Patrol vehicles, just days away from largest deportation project in history. So if anybody needs a ride, there's your Uber to go back home. Beep, beep. Just give them a call.
Beep, beep.
They'll
watch a Wile E. Coyote fall off the cliff.
They will pick you up. Yep. That's like the new New Year's Eve ride home. IRS commissioner.
He's out. He's gone.
Yep. I sent him a farewell. I said, be on.
So we're gonna have the ERS, right? The External Revenue Service. Now think about that, though. I mean,
people are freaking out about that, and it's just.
Oh, I know, and that's why I say it's a choose your own adventure book. I mean, it really is. But I mean, if you think about it, why are we taxing inside and taxing labor and extrapolating labor from people and energy from people to where, again, and even Trump's talked about this, like, well, we didn't used to have one, and we used to have tariffs, and that's how the government made its money, and so maybe that's not such a bad thing. I think that would be a great thing. I mean, if you need to have money, and here's the thing about it: the IRS, they collect the money, they get the money, and we know that's a private bank. We know that's all in that layer that's out there that's unauditable. But if you have an external revenue service, that money would go right in the treasury. You know what I mean? That becomes the people's money because you're getting that from other countries. You're pulling that in. And I hope all this stuff comes to fruition and it's not just a big smoke show, because, I'm very, Aaron Day-ish in a lot of ways. And it's, but it's just like we're right at this crossroads to where things could just go full cliff high, sci-fi world, and we just flourish again. And, we're building great cathedrals and we're doing beautiful things that we can't do now because we built steel buildings that are ugly and stone buildings that are terrible, blocky buildings. Maybe we're crossing that threshold into this new age, and like Trump says, the golden age. Now that can be taken two ways. Again, it's choose your own adventure. Is it a golden age, under Masonic order, or is it a golden age, with real, flourishing and light and beauty, that kind of thing. And we're at that point, and I don't know. I think it might just take all of us in our consciousness wanting to push it in a certain direction, and it's almost like they're waiting for us to make a decision. You want to go full dark and full system, full control, full mark of the beast, full that, or do you want to go this way? And it's just, I don't know. I feel like we're kind of at that crux, that cross.
I think it is part of the education. I think we're going through this constitutional education of America and maybe the world, which is very Bix, help me, which I know you don't watch my show, so don't worry, I'm not worried. But
get Bix Wear on the red phone. Pick up the red phone.
Sarah.
The light.
Which is also, if you look at Road to Ruda, you could also you can call it the Road to Ruda. Let's call it the Road to Ruda.
Yeah,
I believe we're on the Road to Ruda.
Yeah.
Because it is a pathway forward of a new way. Like the old system is broken. There's a new way of doing things. And we may not even have tariffs. I think it's part of the undoing. They're unpacking the old way. And he's pointing out, but you have to like kill the old thing. But you also have to show them all of it, and we used to do tariffs. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
First,
the government made money.
We're doing taxes. And then he's like, whoa, why are we doing taxes? Well, we used to fund it with tariffs. Right. And then everyone's like, well, that's horrible because that's making the consumers pay. Oh, get them all upset about that. Oh, wait. Hey, wait. Did you know this? Hold on. Wait, because I have a question for you after listen to this just a second.
And I say from the standpoint of the United States, we're subsidizing Canada $200 and $250 billion a year. We have massive deficits. They've taken about 20% of our car business. I'd rather do it here. We could put tariffs on that. We don't have tariffs on them yet. But
we're subsidizing Canada. How much?
A few $100 billion.
What?
This is the game plan that I always thought.
Not a state. Hold on.
All right, do it.
We have no tariffs on them. We're subsidizing them, and they're not a state. They better be a damn state, or otherwise they should be a state.
Paulie, there's going to be a lot of cheap property up in Canada.
Why are we funding Canada? How dare we fund Canada and them not pay tariffs? Or, I mean, why aren't they a state? Why are we funding anyone other than America?
Oh, I agree with that. And, my whole game plan was, listen, if I go in there, if I'm Trump and I go in there and I'm president, I do
everyone except
exactly. And here's the thing: we have the productive capability here in the states, in this in this country, and maybe the continent, but just this country alone, to where, listen, if you want to play ball, we're going to produce everything we need here, okay? And if you want to be a part of the game, you are going to play with us and play ball. Otherwise, you know what? You're not getting anything. You're not getting access to these markets because we don't really need you, really, when it comes down to it. And this is kind of an ugly American thing to say, but we're self-sufficient. We don't need, from sea to shining sea. We have everything we need to produce, all the technology, all the resources, everything we need is here. We already have it.
But that needs to, like, healthy boundaries. Like, I don't know, somebody needs a parenting lesson over there. And these are countries that don't, you're either part of America and you get funding, or you don't. We have boundaries.
Well, but you see what's happened, though. I mean, all those things are like, outside of government in a way. I mean, to where, I don't even want to say we. I mean, certain groups, certain entities, certain factions have, made policy around the world to manipulate elections, take leaders out, control resources, but it doesn't benefit us. I mean, did you benefit? I just watched, it's on Robert Breedlove's channel. It's a Dr. Jack Cruz. I mean, it's like, oh my God, 4 hour freaking, but what he's saying is it's just that, I mean, did we benefit from the war in Iraq? What did you get out of it? Did we benefit from the war in Afghanistan? What did you get out of it? I mean, I know a lot of multinational corporations made a lot of money. The military industrial complex made a lot of money. Did you benefit from it? I mean, and Trump, he took a lot of heat. It's like, listen, if we're going over there, let's take the oil, get something out of it. Why are we over there, killing people and killing our young children, and what are we fighting for? I mean, weapons of mass destruction and babies and incubators, and then where did that narrative come from? Okay. Yeah. Our greatest ally.
That's what I'm saying, guys. It's all going. It is we, the people, being raped. It's not the USA raping Canada. It is we, the people, being raped by the USA corporation, making deals with other countries to put the money in these private corporations, in the mafia names like Newsom, Pelosi.
Did you see that demon this week? Dancing and talking and smiling, Joker style. Yeah. Wow, this guy, if you can't see through that.
Through their corporations, using the war machine as an excuse, and giggling through the blood sacrifice of using war as an excuse. That is the game.
Vampires are going to vampire. We got too many vampires. We need more hammers and stakes.
Right. That's what has to stop. That is what has to stop. And until we stop giving them an excuse and allowing them to use the cover of war and all these excuses, pull back the excuse. Make it simple.
Yeah.
There's too much bullshit in the game. It doesn't have to be there.
No.
Oh, this is too complicated for you. The whole Pelosi bullshit. We have to pass it before you can read it. No, bullshit. Yeah. You're not going home. You don't get to pass it. The answer is no. The answer is no. Like this bullshit has to stop. Yeah, Polly.
Meanwhile, Thomas Massey gets taken off the Rules Committee in the House. What?
Well, and then at some point, it has to stop.
I agree. I think most people are done, and they're going to have to come up with a solution. And I guess the thing is, what's the solution going to be? And that's what I'm waiting for. What are you going to?
Not them, Westwood. Restate your.
I know what you're saying. I mean, I'm just saying from the masses, they need. But for me, I'm on my own path. I don't even care. You've
already come up with a solution, and I think
I already got my own solutions.
But that's what we're living out in the community, is we are going to have to come up with other solutions, and I think that's why. And these are the solutions, and that is what we are so passionate about. Is having possessions in your own. Gosh, I'm so frustrated. I'm sorry.
Having assets, having resources, having people, that
building
understand
community, having assets in your own possession, telling the truth, building community. Those are the solutions. And that's to me, that's the way.
There was a really good video. If you ever watch, it's I think Peter Santinello on YouTube. He has a great channel to where he goes, and in his politics, his mindset's a little, but he's waking up because he's going around the country and interviewing real people. He goes to Chicago and talks to people. It's like, hey, this is what's going on. This is the corruption. I mean, but he had a good video that was I don't know the name of it. It's on YouTube. Go Peter Santinello. And, he's boots on the ground. He goes and interviews people. And there's this guy in California that built his own city, they call it, he built his own town. And it's basically like-minded people. They have their own little fire department. They can't get electricity in there because they're in the middle of 3 national parks and in this valley. And it's these people that live off grid 100%.
You mean the Christian movie that they just put out on Angel called Homestead or whatever?
I don't know, it may be, but they've got their own saloon, they have everything that they need, and they built all this stuff together, and they live, it's like, a lot of former hippies, raised in hippie communities. I mean, all these people, but they're actually taking action. They're actually doing things to where they're completely self-sufficient, generate their own energy. And I mean, they just make it work. They make it happen. And, and it's just, I mean, to have that kind of mindset to where it's like, we're living in our own little bubble outside of everything in the midst of California, of all places, the most oppressive state, but they're doing their own thing. And I mean, they're living free. And I mean, he's, you can tell he's just, I mean, eating their own food that they grow. They're, where's the nearest store, grocery store? 2.5 hours away. And it's like, well, we don't go to the grocery store. I mean, we do our own thing. We make our own stuff and we're just free.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the mindset that we need to have, because at that point you're just kind of, you've just sidestepped the whole monstrosity of dependence and, mind control, that you have to be dependent and look for solutions from them. And it's like, dude, create your own solutions, and build your own freedom, build your own life and follow your own path. And I mean, it's a pretty cool video. I mean, because somebody's doing it. There are people doing this.
Okay, so on that note, this is kind of going around quite a bit, that in the hearings, they asked this senator about they asked the senator at the hearing who would, let's see, that if the U.S. defaulted on its debt, would the bank,
Mr. Besant?
Yes,
Besant?
Would the Bank of England be the debt collector? And he's like, oh, well, actually, I just learned of this a few days ago because
yeah, play it.
So I hope this is the whole clip.
Was unaware until the past few days of this with the new exchange. What I can tell you as a student, a professor of economic history, that it is important for the U.S., for U.S. treasuries, for us to be able to resolve any stress issues in the market in the U.S. We saw during the Lehman Brothers bankruptcy that many of the problems emanated from the UK subsidiary. So this is something that, thank you for bringing this to my attention. And my inclination is that the resolution authority must lie here in the US, but I will get back to you in writing with an answer on this if confirmed.
Oh,
thank you.
You appropriately mentioned China as one of our biggest challenges.
Okay, that's not the full one. But basically, this is like addressing that there's two constitutions, and it goes back to the 1877. So Johnny and I were talking about this before and after our video last night. And then I saw this. Hold on, guys. As they were getting ready for the inauguration, oh gosh, come on, baby. Did you guys notice the flags outside of the Capitol? This lady did a walk around And at first I was like, oh, that's a screenshot. So somebody like photoshopped that, but there was a video and it's real. And the lady really walks. So I'm going to show you guys a video so you know it's real. That is not just Lisa being excited about a Photoshop thing. Oh, poor little Lisa, such a little hopium girl. Notice Betsy Ross's flag. Do you see these flags on the end? Why would they have those flags out there? Are we going back in time? Are we going back to the future? Is that why we had the Back to the Future people telling us that things are going to be so bright and hold on, we're going back to the future? See, hang on with me, guys. I'm going to take you like full circle. I'm making a cue. Going back full circle. I'm not circling back because, you know, that girl is sucky. Okay. Here.
Shaggedy Ann.
How incredibly
Shaggedy Ann is not winning.
majestic this is.
Majestic.
Your president-elect, this is what you see right across the Washington Monument. And walk right down here. Wow. Absolutely beautiful.
Check this
now,
out.
This is what you would
This is in
call
the video.
VIP seating. So
They're
lawmakers,
going to take it
Supreme Court
inside
justices,
because
and also Elon Musk,
too cold.
Mark Zuckerberg,
The
and
storm.
Jeff Bezos reportedly
The storm
sitting
is
together
coming.
here on the inaugural platform. Wow. So right here is where the president-elect will take the oath of office,
Look
sworn
behind
in
her. Be
by
watching
the Chief
everyone.
Justice of the Supreme Court.
Don't look
And then there will be a podium like right here.
like right here.
So I'm
Like
actually like
right here.
standing
Like
where the president stands. And right here looks out on this incredible view
now watch when she
of
turns back.
Washington Mall to give his inaugural address. And as you can see, there are the pool cameras set up right in the middle. That's the shot that you see when you watch
The shot
the President of the United States
that you
deliver
see.
the inaugural address. Now, that's a gorgeous view, but just take a look. Come
Central
this way. I just
casting
want you to
shot.
see.
This is indoor casting
Looking
shot.
back at the Capitol.
Look back. Oh,
I mean,
look.
It's so stunning.
Are we going
Capitol
back in
Dome
time?
is so stunning.
So
And my
stunning.
favorite fact is that atop the Capitol Dome
those
is Lady Liberty,
Lady
woman.
Liberty.
the highest point in Washington, just a statue, but incredibly beautiful.
Lisa's not making it up. She's not the queen of hopium. That's actually happening. Facts.
Where's the
Facts,
gold fringe?
Facts. Facts. It's happening. Facts.
Hell, you know, the Arctic storm is upon us.
Just facts. Also, Bitcoin Reserve, Oklahoma,
I
Texas,
saw that.
Wyoming. Who's going to join us next? Very interesting.
Hey, I got a Litecoin strategic reserve.
I like it. I would.
That's what
really
I'm
like
talking about.
strategic.
I got a little Digibyte strategic reserve too.
I think Digibyte is a smart move as well. Wow. Proof of work, anything proof of work.
Mhm.
You know why the government does not like proof of work? Oh, wait.
Because
I'm
well,
the terriblest joke
because they
teller.
don't work. I mean,
Proof of work. Yeah. So my friend Natalie Brunell had to speak at a event one time and I was with her. She's like, I have to open with a joke. She's like, help me. I said, so I Googled a joke really quick. And
oh no, I hear all you use is Chat GPT to search stuff up.
no,
Oh,
but some people say that anyway. So so we were like looking up jokes really quick before the thing and I thought it was hilarious. And so I was like, oh, use this one. And it was, why does the government hate Bitcoin? And because proof of work. Ha ha ha.
yeah, exactly.
See, I'm a terrible joke teller because like I mess up the punchline.
It's all about the delivery.
I'm terrible at that. Anyway, but it's funny. It is good. But you could say the same thing about Litecoin and Digibyte.
Digibyte,
Proof of work.
Vertcoin. I got my Vertcoin miner running on my laptop. I mean, you know, freedom money. So I don't know. You know, it's you know, like Dave always says, it's you know, hey, any blockchain can be money. I mean, it's just a transfer of value. And so it's just, can you transfer the value to someone who sees value in it? I mean, again, it's like anything else. Hey, piece of art, a watch, a car. I mean, you know, dead presidents on, you know, an ink bill. You know, what is it? You know, it's what are you willing to take, you know, for your energy, you know, and that's really what it comes down to. What do you have faith in? What do you believe in? The only reason that the US dollar has any, I should say the Federal Reserve note at this point, has any value is because we believe in the illusion. We believe in the magic. And just like you said earlier, I don't believe magic. I don't like being fooled. I don't like being duped.
And really, the only way that we stop, like, I believe that money is the biggest form of human trafficking. Only because, and I say that only because there's a third party involved at this point. And so until we remove that third party, that is the largest form of human trafficking. It is counterfeiting human energy. And so until we remove that, when it's backed by precious metals or something that removes that third party that can manipulate that, then that frees humanity. And until then, it causes detriment to humanity. And so until we have peer-to-peer transactions, that's the only way that we can, like, you know, retain our data and have, you know, that we can be free humans. So, you know, we can assess our value when we exchange peer-to-peer. So, like, if I want to make an Afghan, which I can't crochet or anything like that, but just one's in front of me, so I'm looking at that, or create something, whatever, share my value with somebody. Well, only I can set that value, and with that other item or thing that other person has. And it's always the conversation of the bottle of water in the desert. It's at that moment of time, can you set that value? Because at another moment in time, it has a different value. So only peer-to-peer is a true measure of value. And so when it's manipulated by a third party, that's where our value is hijacked. And it always will be a theft in my mind.
No, that's absolutely it. I mean, it is a theft of energy. It is a theft of your life. I mean, people jump off buildings because of fake dollars that got created out of nothing.
That's heartbreaking.
They think they got to, you know, pay some entity, you know, back. And I mean, and that's the illusion. I mean, it's like you're giving your entire energy and everything that you can produce, you know, in the future, and all the love that you can possibly give into the world, and you're snuffing that out over you know, what we call money, which is not real money. I mean, you know, let's quit calling the Federal Reserve money, you know, the notes. And it's just like, but people in their mind think that this is something that, you know, I can't, you know, I can never make that much, you know, and it's just, I don't know. It's just, you know, how many lives have been ruined? Think of the wars, think of all the just mind control that's been done to rob us of, you know, our soul, our spirit, and who we are, because, you know, we worship this false idol, this god that, you know, has a bunch of owls and aliens printed on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really?
Crazy.
Stop. F you.
There is a Fortnite video that is very strange. The WBRT guys, one of them made a nod to a project that I worked with previously. And then the Fortnite video drops a hint that there might be help coming. And mentions that project coming up. So I'm going to be posting a video of that. And I'm like, oh, is that a comm? Does that mean that project's going to be used? Whatever. So I'll be posting that on my Patreon with some messages and little weird questions, whatever. Also, there was one other video I wanted to share with you guys. Did you see the New York City skyline? It's all green and people are freaking out. I don't know what's going on in New York tonight. Westwood, did you see that? No.
I did not see that. No. It's the Green Lantern making his appearance over the New York City skyline.
There was one other thing. There were a couple things. There's like so much going on that I wanted to share.
Hey, shout out to Bob Euchre. I must be in the front row. Yeah, he passed away. Bob Euchre. You know, anybody involved in sports and Miller Lite and all that stuff. Bob Euchre.
Oh.
Bless his soul.
Okay. Peace, Bob. No.
Hey, lovely Litecoin Lisa, you going to the Litecoin Summit?
When is it?
They just announced it, and Daddy O's like, well, I guess Westwood's not going. It's May 29th and 30th in Las Vegas.
Oh God.
I know. I'm like, I don't know that at this point I can absorb that much negative energy. Yeah.
Every time I go to Vegas, I get sick.
I know.
Literally.
Like 6 months recovery time. I can't do it. I got to meet up in June. So yeah, it's too close.
I probably would just give it a hard pass. I mean, I love Litecoin. I think it's an excellent project. I support everybody in that project. And I love everything Bitcoin. But man, I hate Vegas. Ugh. Like it is really bad. Georgia appeals on Friday rejects Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Williams' bid to reinstate 6 counts of 2020 election interference against Donald Trump. So Fannie, hard pass. Yeah, the inauguration moving indoors. I'm just trying to get like a quick. Oh, yes, CNN. No one should ever watch CNN ever again just for this one reason. They are being ordered to pay the Navy veteran who they defamed, who he helped to evacuate Afghanistan. You know, he's the one that they took clips and not the whole thing, and they accused him of they made it look like he killed innocent people and whatever. And he was actually on like a mission or whatever. And so they defamed a Navy veteran who was part of evacuating Afghanistan. Do you remember all that? Where CNN went out and doxed that Navy veteran? Anyway, that case just settled today, and they were found.
Did CNN report it?
Yes.
Did they?
Well, I don't know that they reported that they were found guilty, but anyway, they were found guilty, and they were ordered to pay him over $5 million. So shame on them. No one should ever watch them again,
unless you're in an airport, because that's all they play. Which,
well, he's a hero.
Contracts.
Shame on them. So, all the Stephen Greer stuff, all that stuff's supposed to come out in the next just few hours. I think that's going to be interesting. Blah, blah, blah. The SEC retiring, all this stuff. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you said the Hollywood thing.
Oh, yeah, we have special ambassadors to Hollywood that were announced, right? We've got 3 special ambassadors to Hollywood. We've got John Voight and Mel Gibson and Sly Stallone. Going to be the ambassadors to Hollywood. What's that mean? Where are we at with that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And is it typically the National Guard that protects D.C. for the inauguration?
Yeah, because in Illinois, they're sending, I don't even know, they just announced it on the local news. You know, they're going to D.C. to maintain order or whatever it is. So a lot of the states, they're being called up the National Guard to, and I guess the governor has to, send the troops, because really the governor, I don't know, it changed under George Bush Jr., where he was taking National Guard people and sending them to Iraq, which kind of was a what? But yeah, that's really the governor's decision, I think, the National Guard, in each state. So it's up to the governor to send those people to different places.
Oh, okay. The other thing was this guy, Ian Carroll, I guess.
Yeah, I've watched him for a while, and he's I don't know if that's controlled opposition. I don't know, but the thing is, he leaks out a lot of truth about a lot of things, and does some deep dives on stuff, and it's interesting stuff to get you thinking. Get your brain going. What's happening?
Yeah, I guess he red pilled Elon about Israel.
Yeah, I mean, he had multiple points to where it's like, okay, bro, you want to go there? All right, let's get into this. I mean, bring it.
Yeah, so that was very interesting. He kind of went through some different things, so people can check that out. Probably can't play that, but
yeah, but go check him out on Twitter. I mean, he puts out a lot, or X, whatever. Question everything is really what it comes down to, and that's what I take it all a little bit lightly, because I don't know where they're coming from, how they're monetized, who pays people, from Elon to Ian Carroll to anybody. You don't know what their agenda really is, but they have big voices, and they're putting out information, just like looking at the Q stuff. I mean, you've got to, look at that stuff, and then you got to make your own decisions based on it, But the fact is, if it does bring out something that you didn't think about before, and it makes you think about it, that's the key here. Do some critical thinking, do some dives, and trust yourself, do your own research, and make your own decision, because I think we're at that point. I really do. I keep, and this is what you coined the phrase, the choose your own adventure book. That's where I think we're at. I mean, we have to choose our own path and our own adventure in this story, whether it's building a community in the middle of California, building a community here in Illinois, building, wherever it is, you got to follow your path. And, I mean, don't look for somebody to save you. I mean, you can save yourself, and it's not just yourself. It's good community members coming together, be that lighthouse, and put out that message, put out that light, and other people are going to see it, and find your tribe, find your, you're born here. You came here for a reason. You've got a path, follow that path. Don't live a life of regret. And do the things now while you still have the ability to do it, and pull other people together, because they're out there. And no longer with this technology are we like lone Sasquatches in the wilderness. I mean, we're all, have the ability to build a community. And what you're seeing now in the chat, I mean, all these good people, I mean, the technology has brought us together, even though the technology can be bad and, do certain things that aren't really healthy. But the tool's a tool. Use the tool for the good, and use discernment and trust yourself. Look inside. You've got all the answers. You were born here. I mean, if you're created, think about it as a parent, you create, your children, and you bring them into the world, and it's like, you're really effing up, but, I'm going to tell you the truth no matter what. And it is what it is. And, maybe someday when you're 30, you'll understand where I was coming from. And it's just like, but you got to put it out there, as painful as it may be. And, people are going to get it, or they're not going to get it. And it's up to the individual to make decisions accordingly. And, you're on your own path. I can't control your path. I can try and steer you in the right direction, give you the right information, give you the tools, but, you got to use them. Yeah.
Sometimes it takes pain to wake people up.
Yeah, that's true.
Things might have to come to make people, get that fork in the road, meet that fork in the road, and make a choice.
Come to a fork in the road, pick it up.
Take a bite.
You gotta eat.
Yeah, you gotta eat. So hopefully you join us at that fork in the road. We will be having a spaces later tonight, so make sure you are checking out the links in the description below and following us on social media, joining us in the Telegram, join the community.
Have a voice. Have a voice. Jump on Spaces. Have a voice, and let's discuss this stuff. And let's, I had a great discussion last night after everybody went to sleep, talking about freeze dryers. From Josh in Nebraska, and he hopped in, and so no, it's good stuff. There's a lot of good information. We all have something to offer.
Yeah, finding solutions, opting out in different ways, and opting in to alternatives. So join the community. Follow Clint Westwood on X or Twitter. Follow him. Find more information at clintwestwood.net, and we'll see you guys.
Oh, and don't forget, get your silver turtles in your own possession.
Stack your silver
turtles. I'm telling you, the small silver turtles. The turtle is a very, very important thing in nature. It teaches us a lot about, the timelines, I guess.
Stack your silver turtles and have a great, amazing inauguration weekend. I'll see you guys next time.
They murdered my family. They thought they murdered me. My actions are not vengeance. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Telling you that. Do you get it? We are in a war. It's a digital war. You just watch what happened a couple minutes ago, and then you're wondering, but why doesn't he tell us this detail right here? Why? Why the fuck do you think I don't? Are you pissed yet? You've got days to save your country. And when people do what they have to do, don't be fussing like somebody is overstepping the line. If you hear that from somebody, tell them to shut the fuck up and get out of our face. We're not letting the steal stand. Take that and stuff it right up your ass. It's not gonna happen. Am I being clear enough to me?
I think that was listen.
My administration will be here for you every single step of the way. We've done everything we can do, and now we're just waiting for the storm. And I guess it's right behind me. It's following me.
We're on the front lines of the most important battle in history, and it is the battle to save democracy and freedom and human liberty and human dignity from this totalitarian cartel that is trying to rob us simultaneously in every nation in the world of the rights that every human being is born with. So thank you for your courage, thank you for your commitment, and thank you for your brotherhood. And I can pledge to you that I will go down dying with my boots on, fighting side by side with all of you to make sure that we return these rights and preserve them for our children. And I will see all of you on the barricades. Thank you.
I'm going to pull the whole thing down. I'm going to bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's got to be biblical.
America's not the government, people. The America is you. It is the Grand fucking Canyon, the Rocky Mountains, the deserts of the Southwest, the Pacific fucking Ocean, the Atlantic fucking Ocean. It is the grandest continent. And what the fuck have you people done? You have turned yourself into sheep, every goddamn one of you.